present initial scientific findings surrounding the object now known as the Buga Sphere.
For a global mystery, a strange metallic sphere, now known as the Buga Sphere, fell from the sky.
Imagine uncovering a perfectly smooth metallic sphere buried for over 12,000 years, only to find a high-tech system inside that defies everything we know about ancient history. This isn't fiction. A recent X-ray of the Buga Sphere revealed intricate fiber-like structures and advanced materials impossible for Ice Age technology. So what is it? A relic of a lost civilization or something more unsettling? Its design challenges our understanding of human progress and raises a deeper question. Has our story always included something beyond us? The enigmatic arrival and discovery. In early March 2025, an extraordinary event unfolded over rural Buga, Colombia. A silver metallic sphere, unlike anything anyone had seen before, descended from the sky. Witnesses described it zigzagging in ways that no conventional aircraft could mimic. When it struck, it crashed through high-voltage power lines without any visible damage to itself, a scenario baffling to engineers and scientists alike. The sphere was perfectly smooth, polished to a mirror finish, and inexplicably cold to the touch. José Arras, one of the first on the scene, recalls the impossible nature of the object. When water touched its surface, it vaporized immediately, leaving researchers puzzled. What kind of material could behave like that? Even more perplexing was how the sphere's weight seemed to defy logic. Initially, it weighed around 2 kilograms, but moments later, when measured again under the exact same conditions, it had mysteriously quintupled to 10 kilograms. No existing scientific model could explain this. As scientific curiosity surged, MIT and other research institutions demanded an X-ray scan of the sphere. The images revealed astonishing complexity. 3 concentric metal layers encasing 18 tiny microspheres arranged in perfect geometric symmetry. There were no seams, welds, or signs of assembly anywhere on the surface or inside. The design appeared seamless, as if the sphere was forged in one molecular process, something humanity had not achieved, not even with today's most advanced technology. The sphere's surface was equally puzzling. Covered in intricate laser-engraved symbols, the markings showed precision far beyond ancient or even modern handcrafting. None of these inscriptions matched any known alphabet or script. Within 48 hours, footage of the sphere's arrival and X-ray results went viral, sparking global fascination and intense scientific debate. Colombian authorities requested custody of the artifact, only to be denied by its owner, who feared a cover-up. This refusal led to the involvement of independent journalists and researchers, triggering a wave of international interest. At this stage, the sphere was more than a mere curiosity. It was a challenge to everything conventional history and archaeology had long accepted. The mystery deepened as local environmental phenomena were observed near the site. Grass remained oddly dry despite rain, and tree branches showed signs of ionization burns. Whatever had landed was not inert, but active, influencing its surroundings in subtle yet measurable ways. While the initial intrigue set the foundation, critical scientific investigations were only beginning. Early spectroscopy suggested the presence of titanium-based alloys, with elements seemingly alien to Earth's known periodic table. The sphere's enigmatic behavior and composition hinted that its origins might not fit the narrative of any known human technology or natural formation. What the sphere truly was remained unclear, setting the stage for revelations that would utterly shatter established timelines. The profound mystery at Buga was just awakening. Yet to be discovered were details about its age, its materials, and the strange technologies embedded deep within. Those would challenge accepted scientific logic and radically rewrite human history, or perhaps something even larger. As this sphere silently held its secrets, the world was about to glimpse technology seemingly far beyond our ancestors' reach. What lay beneath such an ancient riddle would soon come to light. The sphere's strange properties served as a haunting prelude to what the X-ray images had only hinted at. Its story was far from simple, and the coming findings would reveal a world of science and history entwined in confusion and wonder, radiocarbon dating, and mysterious material composition. One of the most confounding details about the sphere came from the perfectly preserved organic resin found inside tiny fiber optic channels. Tests conducted by the University of Georgia and MIT confirmed the resin's age to be approximately 12,560 years old, dating the sphere back to the Younger Dius period. This time frame is remarkable. It predates the pyramids by at least 7,000 years, long before humans had mastered metallurgy or optics. The implication is staggering. Such advanced technology existed when humanity was thought to be in a very primitive state. Even more baffling were the metals discovered within the sphere's structure. Initial spectroscopy detected a high-purity aluminum alloy blended with elements like cerium, lithium, and neodymium. Each of these elements was purportedly unknown or unrefined during ancient times. For example, aluminum wasn't industrially refined until the late 19th century. Cerium wasn't identified until the early 19th century, and neodymium was isolated only around the same period. Yet all three elements appeared fused seamlessly in this object from over 12 millennia ago. The alloy itself exhibited extraordinary properties. It was harder than aerospace-grade titanium and maintained its temperature even when exposed to flames exceeding 400 degrees Celsius. This resilience suggests it was engineered to endure extreme conditions, perhaps even catastrophic events. The origin of such an alloy raises fundamental questions about the technological capability of any civilization existing at that time. Could such materials be forged without industrial infrastructure or advanced chemistry? Furthermore, the sphere's metal layers defied modern classification. The outermost shell appeared bone-dense, yet behaved with titanium-like strength under stress. The middle layer exhibited self-healing properties, regenerating damage within approximately 48 hours, a phenomenon unheard of in any known alloy, including those developed through classified research. This self-repairing metal further points to a level of material science that contemporary technology cannot replicate. Contrasting sharply with the age and composition was the manufacturing method. The sphere bore no welds, seams, or tooling marks. Scientists working on the scans concluded it must have been created as a single molecularly aligned structure. This level of construction is beyond current industrial capabilities, which rely on shaping, joining, and machining parts. To have this kind of flawless integration 12,000 years ago completely upends our understanding of ancient manufacturing and metallurgy. The resin-filled fiber optics running inside the sphere presented another anomaly. The resin was not a contaminant, but deliberately used to anchor the delicate optical fibers. These fibers had lower optical loss than the best modern telecommunications cables, a fact confirmed by engineers who admitted they could not replicate that quality even today without specialized equipment. This detail laid bare a technological sophistication previously believed impossible in that era. Taken collectively, these material and dating revelations painted an impossible picture. They suggested some form of advanced engineering and scientific understanding existed far earlier than accepted human history records. The sphere's age and composition alone challenged archaeologists, material scientists, and historians alike. It seemed to straddle the divide between human artifact and something altogether otherworldly. While the dating anchored the sphere firmly in prehistory, its complex materials and construction teased a radical story challenging everything established. The sphere was no simple relic. It embodied a technology that until recently was only theoretical and futuristic. Yet, the secrets held within its quantum architecture held even more startling clues. Beneath the surface, inside the sphere's quantum architecture, the internal structure of the sphere uncovered by M1T's advanced X-ray imaging was nothing short of revolutionary. 3 distinct concentric metal layers encapsulated an intricate system of 18 microspheres arranged in mathematically perfect geometric patterns. This assembly formed a network unlike anything previously seen in archaeology or material science, suggesting the sphere was engineered with a level of precision comparable to quantum technologies being researched today. The outermost layer showed unprecedented properties, combining bone-like density and titanium-esque flexibility. Beneath it lay a middle layer with self-healing capability, capable of fully regenerating damage within 2 days. No known alloy behaves this way. Even cutting-edge adaptive materials developed in modern labs fall short. The innermost shell surrounded a central core, which resembled a processing chip surrounded and connected by fiber optic filaments to each of the 18 microspheres. These fiber optic strands, 52 in total, carried signals with internal conduction properties similar to modern telecommunications. Under specific light wavelengths, they glowed, indicating active conduction within the sphere's core. This suggested that the sphere was functional, not inert, a device designed to transmit or process information across its internal network. The whole system resembled a distributed computing architecture wired at a microscopic scale. Adding to the mystery, the spatial arrangement of these microspheres followed quantum geometric patterns found in molecular crystallography. Such patterns require manipulation at an atomic level, something modern industry can only achieve with the aid of extremely specialized equipment. The absence of welding, seams, or assembly marks further implied it was manufactured as a unified quantum-aligned structure, something thought impossible so far back in time. MIT's materials experts made the disturbing confirmation that the internal geometry matched the quantum dot storage patterns the Institute had only modeled theoretically in 2024. Quantum dots are microscopic semiconductors known for their data storage capabilities and quantum behavior. This suggested the sphere was not merely a container, but an advanced memory device built to hold vast amounts of information capable of complex computational processes. Scientists observed that the 18 microspheres were interconnected in a pattern akin to a neural network with signals traveling and responding dynamically rather than passively flowing. This behavior implied computation and processing functions more closely resembling cognition than simple machine operations. The sphere appeared alive in a computational sense, processing stimuli and adapting over time, effectively thinking for over 12,000 years. The implications were staggering. A device built during the Ice Age displayed technologies humans had only dreamed of until a few years ago. Whether this was proof of lost advanced civilizations or evidence of non-human origin remained a question, but the sphere's unique internal architecture challenged every aspect of known history and technology. With these inner workings unveiled, the sphere's mystery deepened, revealing not just an ancient artifact but a window into an unimaginable technological world that might have far-reaching implications for our understanding of history, science, and possibly our place in the universe. As this extraordinary complexity came into focus, the story widened to include the embedded fiber optics and their astonishing quality, which would further challenge what we believed possible in prehistoric technology. Fiber optics from the Ice Age. Deep within the sphere's structure, scientists uncovered a network of 52 fiber optic strands, a discovery that defied all conventional assumptions about ancient technology. These filaments, embedded within the seamless metal layers, were astonishingly clear and coated with metallic shielding, nearly identical to modern fiber optic cables used in today's telecommunications. What made this even more extraordinary was the discovery that they transmitted light with extremely low optical loss, better than cables engineered with today's advanced technology. Researchers examined the microscopic channels holding these fibers and found natural resin intentionally placed to anchor them in position. This resin was not contamination, but deliberate engineering, confirmed through radiocarbon dating to be over 12,000 years old. The presence of such resin working suggests an understanding of material science and optical technology far beyond what humanity was thought to possess during the Ice Age. Modern engineers admitted they could not reproduce this level of optical precision today without highly specialized tools and manufacturing environments. The fiber optic strands glowed when exposed to specific light wavelengths, indicating active internal conduction rather than passive presence. This suggested that the sphere's internal network was functional and capable of transmitting information or energy signals. It raised questions about the original purpose of the sphere. Was it a communications device, a data storage system, or something even more complex? The clarity and sophistication of the fiber optic system challenged the idea that ancient civilizations lacked advanced technological capabilities. Additionally, the intertwining of these fiber optics with the microspheres and central chip-like core hinted at a distributed computing architecture within the sphere's design. Unlike random wiring, this highly organized lattice resembled modern neural networks or quantum computing prototypes. Such an arrangement implied intentional design by creators who understood complex information systems, concepts only theorized in contemporary science. This level of integration suggested the sphere was perhaps a sophisticated information processor, active over millennia. The use of fiber optics also showed signs of quantum geometry principles embedded in its layout, meaning the structure followed the same mathematical patterns found in atomic and molecular arrangements. This gave the entire system a precision that bordered on the quantum scale, something inconceivable for an artifact dated to 12,500 years ago. The fibers were not simply conduits, but integral components of a larger technological system, one designed for efficiency and resilience. Scientists faced an uncomfortable truth. The sphere's fiber optics demonstrated knowledge and application of materials and information technologies, millennia ahead of established history. These advancements made the sphere incomparable to any known ancient tool, artifact, or natural object. It could not have been a product of the civilizations documented in human records or prehistory. This raised an extraordinary possibility that either a forgotten high-tech culture existed or the artifact originated from otherworldly sources. The presence of these advanced fiber optic strands also deepened the mystery of how such technology survived unchanged for thousands of years. Unlike other fragile artifacts that deteriorate, this sphere preserved its complex network intact. Its ongoing activation patterns hinted it might have been maintained or even powered throughout the ages. This further blurred the line between artifact and active machine, calling into question our perspective on ancient technology and what humanity may have once achieved or encountered. While the sphere's fiber optic system shattered historical expectations, it also opened doors to new fields of inquiry about ancient engineering and material science. The artifact challenged scientists to rethink timelines, origins, and even the nature of technological progress on Earth. What was once dismissed as impossible suddenly became the new reality, an enduring enigma buried beneath time's surface, waiting to reveal why and how such sophistication existed in the depths of prehistory. In tandem with these physical marbles inside the sphere were the intricate engravings that cloaked its surface, and those, too, would prove to be no mere decoration. Decoding the mysterious engravings. At first glance, the spheres of surface appeared covered in intricate symbols and fine lines, but closer examination revealed something far more extraordinary. Under microscopic analysis, the engravings were found to be incredibly precise, thinner than a human hair, and consistent with laser or nanopy fabrication techniques. This level of craftsmanship suggests technology far beyond what ancient civilizations were believed to possess, immediately challenging conventional historical understanding. Linguistic experts noticed that some of the symbols resembled fragments of known writing systems, including cuneiform, runic markings, and early Sanskrit forms. However, none of these similarities were exact. Instead, the engravings seemed to borrow elements without fully matching any known language. This has led to two competing ideas. Either the symbols influenced early human scripts, or they originated from a much older unknown system that humanity has only partially echoed. Mathematicians studying the patterns uncovered another layer of complexity. The engravings appear to align with fundamental mathematical constants, including the golden ratio and harmonic structures found in atomic and biological systems. Rather than functioning as simple writing, the symbols resemble encoded equations or circuit-like pathways. Spiral and radial designs seem to connect with the sphere's internal fiber optic structures, hinting that the engravings may serve a functional purpose. Some researchers propose that the markings act as more than decoration or language. They may function as an interface. The patterns could operate as resonance guides or electromagnetic triggers, interacting directly with the sphere's internal systems. In this view, the engravings blur the boundary between communication and machinery. Acting both as symbols and as operational components, artificial intelligence analysis has added to the mystery. By comparing the engravings with vast data sets of ancient scripts and symbolic systems, some AI models suggest the symbols may represent abstract concepts such as transformation, unity, or consciousness. However, these interpretations remain highly speculative, and it is unclear whether the engravings are meant to be read, activated, or both. There are also reports that the symbols respond to external stimuli. Under certain electromagnetic conditions, parts of the surface reportedly emit faint light. Other anecdotal accounts suggest subtle vibrations when exposed to specific sound frequencies, such as chanting or tonal harmonics. While not yet scientifically confirmed, these observations raise the possibility that the engravings are designed to react rather than remain static. Skeptics argue the sphere could be a modern fabrication or an unusual natural formation. However, the precision of the engravings combined with their apparent integration into the sphere structure makes such explanations difficult to sustain.
The lack of public response from major scientific institutions has only deepened the mystery. Independent researchers continue to investigate, suggesting the engravings may represent a system of communication that extends beyond traditional language, perhaps one that operates through energy, mathematics, or even consciousness itself. Ultimately, the engravings may not just be symbols to decode, but an invitation to rethink what communication truly is. As these enigmatic markings hint at deeper functions, the sphere's sudden activation and ongoing pulse would soon suggest it was more than a dormant relic from the past. Activation and ongoing signals. The Buga Sphere's mystery took a dramatic turn when in 2025, researchers detected signs the object was no longer dormant. After lying silently for over 12,000 years, the sphere began emitting rhythmic electromagnetic pulses that puzzled scientists worldwide. These signals weren't random. They followed precise intervals, almost like a beacon or a language waiting to be heard. Such behavior suggested the sphere was activating, responding to something either within or beyond Earth. During monitoring, experts noticed the sphere's internal pulses synchronized with remarkable regularity, reminiscent of metronomes locking into unison. This synchronization hinted at a system designed to coordinate with external stimuli or to prepare for communication. Then, one night during a late session, a sudden spike in electromagnetic activity knocked out numerous magnetic sensors simultaneously. The room's temperature even dropped noticeably, marking a tangible physical effect from the sphere's awakening. Inside, the fiber optic filaments ignited in a perfect sequence, glowing like firing neurons in a living brain. For the first time, the sphere truly behaved like a conscious system rather than an inert device. Detailed analysis revealed micro-oscillations layered beneath the main pulse, a complex coded message embedded within the activation sequence. This secondary code hinted at a sophisticated form of communication or computation far beyond current human technology. Further intrigue unfolded when seismic monitors detected harmonic signatures strikingly similar to the sphere's pulse, originating nearly 600 meters away. Analysts ruled out natural phenomena such as instrument errors, solar flares, or atmospheric interference. The matching waveform suggested a counterpart or receiver responding to the Buga Sphere's activation, implying it was not alone. This opened the possibility of a work system with multiple devices communicating invisibly beneath Earth's surface or submerged underwater. Meanwhile, linguists revisited the sphere's engravings, discovering some symbols not only glowed, but shifted subtly in response to specific electromagnetic frequencies. When researchers applied varying light and sound waves, parts of the sphere's surface activated, flashing sequences never before observed. This extraordinary interaction suggested the markings acted as more than decoration. They were designed for triggering or guiding the sphere's response mechanisms. Speculation grew that the sphere could be a sentient machine or a lawn-gunning surveillance device actively monitoring or even interacting with its environment. Some researchers proposed it might be tracking planetary changes or awaiting a certain moment in human development to resume full operation. The pattern of activation spikes also correlated with modern seismic and magnetic anomalies, echoing disturbances recorded during the Younger Dryas extinction event when the sphere was built. The escalating electromagnetic and internal activity baffled scientists, but confirmed the object's status as a living system of sorts capable of thought-like processing. MIT's neural network experts warned privately that these patterns resembled cognitive activity more than artificial intelligence as we know it. The sphere seemed designed to endure, adapt, and perhaps even evolve over millennia, continuously sampling its surroundings without shutting down. With each week, pulses grew stronger and energy absorption increased, reinforcing the notion that the sphere was not merely awakening, but preparing. It was as if it had recognized something unique in the current era. The possibility that this was a deliberate activation for a purpose beyond modern understanding sent waves of both excitement and unease through the scientific community. If the sphere was calling out, then the question became who or what was answering. The implications of such a message being received extended far beyond Earth, opening a door to the unknown. This realization led back to the sphere's origins amid one of Earth's most turbulent chapters in history, a time that might hold clues to its true purpose and creators, ancient catastrophe and contextual origins. 12,560 years ago, Earth was not the stable, familiar planet we know today. The period known as the Younger Dryas was marked by a rapid and severe climate shift. Temperatures plummeted dramatically within months. Ice sheets surged, and new and ancient megapona vanished almost overnight. Human cultures, some thriving for centuries, were suddenly displaced or obliterated as environmental chaos took hold. Ice core samples reveal sharp temperature drops, while geological layers point to rare iridium spikes and microspherules, hallmarks of a cosmic impact or other planetary catastrophe. Crater fields dating to this time stretch across North America and Greenland, painting a picture of widespread trauma. The Clovis culture, one of the earliest known human groups on the continent, disappears from archaeological records during this upheaval, alongside the shrinking or vanishing of other ancient settlements. These events were global in scale, matched by oral traditions worldwide that tell stories of floods, fire from the sky, darkness, and the drowning of great civilizations. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato's Atlantis legend aligns with this time frame, locating a lost advanced society's demise around 11,600 years ago. It is within this apocalypse that the Bofir was created not as a simple artifact or idol, but as a piece of high technology crafted with purpose, containing fiber optics, self-healing metals, quantum geometry, and alloys requiring industrial-era refinement. The sphere's existence during such a crisis is perplexing. Who builds a quantum device as their world burns? Some theorize desperation drove its makers, either to preserve knowledge or to warn future generations. They likely anticipated or witnessed the planet's trauma unfolding and engineered the sphere to survive, possibly as a memory vault or an alert system. At the time, sea levels were approximately 120 meters lower than today, exposing vast coastal regions that could have supported advanced civilizations now lost beneath the ocean's depths. Modern exploration has mapped more of Mars's surface than Earth's ocean floors, suggesting many archaeological sites from this era remain hidden underwater, intact but inaccessible. The sphere may be one of the few surviving remnants of those forgotten times. Younger DA's theories also propose cyclical catastrophes hitting Earth every few millennia. If true, the sphere's sudden activation in 2025, coinciding with magnetic field weakening, rising seismic activity, and climate volatility, could be more than a coincidence. It might represent a programmed response to ancient planetary rhythms, a warning system designed by those who lived through similar or worse events before. The context of this extinction event raises profound questions not only about what happened to ancient cultures, but about the origins of the Buga Sphere's technology. It forces us to consider whether human civilization's history is incomplete or whether non-human intelligences played roles that science has yet to comprehend. In this light, the sphere is more than an artifact. It is a message from a cataclysmic past reawakening at a critical moment in Earth's future. Understanding this backdrop transforms the sphere from a historical curiosity into a pivotal piece of evidence for ancient advanced technology tied to planetary survival. It beckons us to re-examine the timeline of technological advancement, climate resilience, and perhaps even the broader cosmic context of life on Earth. As warnings from the deep past emerge, humanity faces the profound challenge of deciphering their meaning before history repeats itself. With the catastrophe's shadow looming large, speculation about the sphere's creators naturally turns outward to the stars and possibilities beyond our world, offering a glimpse into what the future might hold. Theories beyond Earth and future implications. The Buga Sphere has generated intense discussions about its origin because of its strange materials and its unique architectural design. Some believe it could be the work of a lost advanced civilization, while others suggest a more extraordinary explanation: non-human intelligence. The ancient artifact exhibits advanced technological capabilities through its fiber optic system and self-repairing metal components and quantum-style storage technology, which require researchers to rethink Earth's historical technological advancements. The first theory identifies the sphere as an autonomous monitoring system that was designed to function without end. The distribution of similar objects throughout the world would create a concealed data collection system that would operate for thousands of years. The system will activate in 2025 because it connects with Earth's magnetic field changes and increases environmental instability. According to reports which state that it will function as a warning system that has stayed inactive since its first installation, the sphere's composition creates additional mysterious elements about itself. The elements cerium, lithium, and neodymium exist as vital components for contemporary electronics and advanced computing systems, which demonstrate today's technological advancements. The sphere raises an important question which asks whether it exists as a mere coincidence or functions as a purposeful signal that should reach a future civilization that will attain this technological level. The Buga Sphere, if it exists, stands as the initial evidence of a more extensive network of connected spheres. The existence of this possibility creates new challenges for historians because it demonstrates that human development depends on undiscovered factors. The first human brain activity shows patterns that match deep meditation states. Yet, this phenomenon remains completely mysterious. The scientists believe that the sphere operates as a bridge between human consciousness and its surrounding environment. People show interest in the situation because scientists request caution while institutions fail to provide definite answers. The research activities of independent scientists investigate the consequences of their work, which extends beyond both archaeological and scientific borders. The Buga Sphere exists as either an ancient human invention or a proof of extraterrestrial technology, but both options create essential inquiries about its existence. The study suggests that historical events, technological advancements, and human awareness form a closer relationship than people understand. While human history represents only a single chapter of a vast cosmic narrative, the Buga Sphere challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient history and technology. Its mysterious origins, advanced materials, and ongoing activations suggest a story far larger than a simple artifact. What it means for humanity's past and future remains open. But one thing is certain: the truth is waiting to be uncovered. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we explore the mysteries that redefine our